Hi everyone, how is it going? My name is Brian Swear. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and thank you so much for being on my YouTube channel. It really means a lot. So please do not forget to click the subscribe button so that you can check out my other videos, the videos that I already have on my channel and the videos that I'm going to put up in future on this channel. So your subscription is how you can show support to this channel if you appreciate the work that I am putting out through these videos and through this channel. So I'm just going to kindly ask that you get yourself a notebook and a pen before we start with this video. So you can just pause this video, get yourself that notebook and a pen, because I want us to do this video in an interactive manner. I know I'm going to put this out there and then you can watch this at your own time, but then I'd really love for you to make this video as interactive as possible. So how I want so the reason I want you to have a pen is because I'm not going to write the Xitsonga words for you on the screen. And the reason for this is because I want you to try to write, to learn how to write the words yourself before I give you the correction, right? So I am going to give you the words in the description of this video, but I just want you to first try out the spellings of these words. So I'm just going to say them out and then you try writing them down, and then you're going to use the correction I'm going to post on the description to correct yourself. So trust me, that is going to help you immensely in terms of learning how to write this language. And once so they say that when you write something down, it sort of registers in your memory. So I'd really appreciate it if you do that, because it's also going to help you. And I'm assuming that if you're on this channel, you're here to learn the language. So I'm telling you that's one really good way that can help you remember these words. Because it's really different when you're sitting down and watching someone teach and you're not taking down any notes. You most likely remember something if you're writing it down. So because as you write it down, it's like your senses sort of associating, or sort of there's a connection between your senses and the words that you writing down. So that would really help you a lot. So yeah, so today's video is going to cover, as you might have seen from the title of this video, so we will be doing the letters F until H, so F, G, H. And one thing I realized is that some letters, have more words than others. Some letters you just find one name, and then some have more than 10 and stuff. So, but one thing I also noticed from the previous video is that it was a bit long, so I'm just going to do my best to keep this one as short as possible. So so yeah, so if you are new and you haven't watched any of the other videos, so this is how it goes. I will just go through the names that I have here. So I have Xitsonga names on this paper. I also have their meanings, and I also yeah, just their meanings, and I also sort of give you an idea of how you can use them in a sentence, if they can be used in a sentence, just so that you get a clearer picture of what these words mean, right? So I'm just going to go through the words F, G, and H, and then we are done with this video, right? So I'm going to start before I say things I'm not supposed to say. So anyway, so the first word that we're going to do is Fanisa, or the first name that we're going to do is Fanisa. So Fanisa means to be exemplary, it means to be a model of some sort, so someone who's modeling something, or who's being an example of some sort. It could also be used to mean yeah, an example basically. So to Fanisa is sort of a verb, so it's a way of telling someone to be exemplary, to sort of lead by example, be the example, so basically embody what you want others to know, or what you are trying to teach other people, right? So that is Fanisa, and it's typically a female name. So the second name is Felani. Felani is a unisex name, and then it means the one worth dying for. To die means kufa in Xitsonga. So Felani means sort of dying for someone. Yeah, so it means the one worth dying for. You know, so this is someone I can die for. So so yeah, I hope you get you get like what that word means. And then the next one is Fikani. Fikani is typically a male name, or Fikani. So the word, if you were to break it down, it's Fika. So it's Fikani, and then the word Fika means to arrive, or to, yeah, to arrive. That's what it means, right? But then when you say Fikani, it can mean to arrive, and it can also mean to reach. Okay, no, actually, let me correct myself. So there's fikela. Fikela means to reach. Fikela means to reach. You know, so if this cup is here, and then I want to say that I can reach for this cup, it means na fikela. It means my hand can reach where this cup is. You know, but then fikali means to arrive. You know, arriving at a certain place. I just had to correct myself there. And then the next one is Fumani. Fumani. So if you guys watch the Xitsonga show Giyani Land of Blood on SABC2 every Monday to Wednesday on at half past 9. So there's a guy called Fumani on that show, right? So if you don't know what that name means, it means to be wealthy or to be rich. So when you say Fumani, the word, the way this word is structured, is in a command form. So you are telling someone to be rich, or it could mean that, you know, someone is rich. But usually when you use this word, you are telling someone to be rich. So when I say Fumani, I know someone would probably never say that, but when you know, if you were to say that, you'd be meaning, you'd be telling your children to get married, to get wealthy or to get rich, right? Fumani. So if you were to break the word into two also, Fuma means to be rich or to get rich, or it means to be rich, right? So when you say Fumani, the ni at the end, the ni, or the ni at the end of Fumani, is sort of like a way of commanding someone. And I think maybe that's something I need to point out, because most of the names that we covered in the previous video had ni at the end. So it was ni at the end, and that usually means that you are commanding someone, you are telling someone to be that particular thing. So if it's a verb, you're telling someone to do that thing. If it's a noun, you're saying, yeah, I hope you get what I mean. So usually you are telling someone to do something. So the next one is, excuse me, Fundzhani. So Fumani is a unisex name, so it goes for any gender, right? Fundzhani means to give royal respect. Sort of like, yeah, it's a way of respecting someone. It means that you give someone like the utmost respect. You revere this person. I mean, it's similar to a word that we covered in the previous video. So just go watch the previous video and check what word I used revere for. You know, yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm not gonna give you the name of the word, but I'll just tell you that it's in letter C. It's in the letter C. So just check the previous video and look out for the word where I was talking about reverence, if you remember. Yeah. So it's Fundzhani. So it means to, you know, really, really admire and to like really respect someone. The next word is Funungulo. So if you were to break this word into, you know, different parts, Funungula means to reveal or to to uncover. You know, so Funungula, it could be, you know, like a cloth that's covering food. So if you want to tell someone to uncover or to remove that cloth, you know, from the food, you say Funungula, you know, like, so it's like turn it over, uncover that thing, like remove that thing or reveal what's in there. So the word Funungulo means revelation, right? So it means something is being revealed here. you know. So, and this is typically a unisex name. And now coming to G. So we are done with F. Now coming to G. In the letter G, we only have one word, or we only have one name, and that name is Gavaza. Gavaza is a very common Tsonga name, and all the Gavazas that I know are female. I've never encountered a male or um, or a Gavaza of any other gender other than like a a female one, right? So Gavaza means one who dresses elegantly, right? So, and it's also typically a female name. Um, yeah, yeah. I wanted to like sort of like break it down or give examples, but I can't think of any, or I couldn't even come up with any. But it just means someone who dresses up very elegantly. Like when you look at them and when you look at their style, it's someone who's sophisticated and very stylish. But the word is describing a person who has that type of fashion sense and or who exudes that quality and stuff. So we will now go to H. We have a couple of names under H, and I'm seeing that this video is getting a bit longer. So I'll just try to be. I won't rush it. I'll just make sure that I keep to the script and I don't say more than is necessary. So the first word under H is Hanyani. Hanyani is a male name, and I know a lot of Hanyanis, so a lot of people are named Hanyani where I come from. It's a very common name, and I find it a very beautiful name as well. So it means, so if we were to break it down, Hanyani is so made up of Hanya and Ni. So Hanya means to live. Or to be alive. It means that you're alive. Nahanya. So when I say nahanya, I mean I am alive. So as I said, remember what I said a few seconds back or a few minutes back, that when there is ni at the end, it's usually a command or usually telling someone something. So when I say anyani, you are saying you're telling someone, you're telling people to live or to live long, right? I'm thinking instead of saying live long, it could apply when you are telling someone who's not feeling well. So when you're trying to tell them to be well, and to get well soon and stuff, you could say Hanyani. Hanyani, I think it applies in that case. So you are basically wishing them life or you're wishing them well. So you could just say Hanyani, right? And then the next one is Hetisani. Hetisani. So I want you to also remember what I said yesterday about, so we have this thing in Xitsonga or in the Xitsonga language of addressing people. So we do not address people the same way they are addressed in English. So as I said, I'm repeating this because I think it's very important. And I think it will allow you to understand these lessons, and it will help you greatly in understanding Xitsonga and in also using most of these words that I'm teaching you correctly, and also the other words that you are learning, in the different platforms that you are engaging in. So, as I said, when you are addressing your peer or an individual who is, who happens to be the same age as you, there's a certain way of addressing them. When you are talking to two people or more, even when those people are around the same age as you, you address them differently. And also when you're talking to someone who's an elder or who's much older than you address them differently, So when you address someone who's older than you address them as, a plural. So basically the same way you address two people or a group of people is the same way that you address someone who's older than you. So you sort of we basically see an elder as, so that's our way of respecting them. So we see them as the pronouns that we use when we refer to them, or the grammar that we use is as if we're talking about or referring to more people, right? I hope that was clear. So this word Hetisani, so it means you're also addressing someone because there's the word ni at the end. Hetisani is like you're telling someone to finish something. So it could be finish what you have started, right? Let me move a bit because the sun is following me. It loves me so much and I love it too. So yeah, it basically means finish. Finish. It could be finish what you've started. Complete something that you have you had started, but it basically means finish, right? And Hetisani is typically a unisex name. It can be used for anyone who identifies with any gender, right? The next one is Hintekani. Hintekani. This is a very common Xitsonga name, and it's mostly a female name, and it means to strive. Yeah, kuhiteka. So it basically means to to strive. It talks about ambition. It talks about being driven. Someone who really, really, really wants something. So someone who's like very goal oriented, and someone who's like who's fired up. Someone who's like fired up and who really wants something. But yeah, the correct one is to strive. Someone who has a desire for something. That's Hintekani, right? The next one is Hlamalani, right? Hlamalani. So if to break that word down, Hlamala means to be surprised or to be shocked or to be in awe, or to wonder, to be in awe. So like there has to be something that sort of like shocks you or surprises you. So when you take the word in full, Hlamalani means wonder. No. Oh yeah, so it means wonder. It's usually a unisex name. It goes for anyone, right? I'm trying to think of an alternative or a synonym of wonder, or the most like a word that I feel like describes Hlamalani the most correctly. So it could be. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hlamalani could be a way of telling people to, to be in wonder, if that's a correct way of putting it. May we never lose our wonder. So it's basically, just telling people to have awe. I think that's the best way to put it. To have awe, or to, because you can't tell people to be surprised or to be shocked, but yeah, it's to tell people to. So it's used when you're telling someone to be in awe, or it could be used to mean wonder, right? So let me go to the next word. The next word is Hlanganani. Hlanganani. Hlanganani is also a very common name. You find it everywhere you go. Wherever the like Tsonga people, this word is all over the place. It's like everywhere, and it's also a unisex name. And then Hlanganani means to unite or to come together, and because of the ni at the end, Hlanganani. So it means that's when you tell people to come together or to unite. Ay hlanganeni minduku. Let's meet tomorrow. Hlanganani hlanganisani tinhloko. Bring your heads together. And work on getting ideas together or something like that. So it's all about coming together, or the quality of uniting things, right? So that's Hlanganani. Then the next one is Hlawulani. Hlawulani means to, it's also a unisex name. Where is it? Hlawulani means to choose. So I was trying to think of the words that we use during elections, right? So I mean, to elect and to choose is sort of like the same thing, right? So Hlawulo, is it Hlawulo or something? I don't really remember, but Kuhlawula means to choose, right? Or to select or to choose. That's Hlawuleka, right? It's a unisex name. And then the next one is Hlayisani. Hlayisani broken down is Hlayisa and ni. Hlayisa means to protect, right? So Hlayisani could be a way of telling people to protect. Where is it? Yeah, it could be a way of telling people to protect, or it could be the noun for protect, or it could be protection. We could say it's protection. I think that's the best way to put it. And you can see I keep moving the camera because the sun is just disturbing a bit. And then the next word is so the last one was what? Hlayisani, and then the next one is Hlayiseka. So so if I were to break that word down, there's Hlayisa. Hlayisa means to protect something. No. Hlayiseka. Yeah, Hlayiseka means to. So this one, Hlayiseka and Hlayisani are very like similar. So Hlayiseka means to be safe, right? So the first one was about protecting, but this one is about being safe, right? So that is Hlayiseka, and it's typically a male name. Then the next one is Fikani. So my grandmother or my grandfather's name is Fikani, and then the other one is Hlanganani. They both have the same initials, which is crazy. And now that they use the same name, I mean they're the same surname. It's like same initials and the surname, so you never know which one is which. So Fikani means to. It's a unisex name. It means. Oh my gosh. Okay, I do not see this. Oh, it means to laugh. I'm so sorry. I'm so like trying to stick to the script. And I mean I know what this word means. I know with some of them that it was like my first time coming across them. But yeah, with some of them I did know what they mean. So Fikani means to. Hleka means to laugh. Hleka, it means to laugh. And then when you say Fikani, you are commanding or telling people to laugh. Or it could also mean laughter. The word itself, Fikani, could mean laughter, or it means laughter. And then the next one is Hlanganani. Hlanganani is also a unisex name, and it means a gathering. Hlanganani, yeah, it means a gathering of some sort. So it could be of people or it could be of anything. And then the next one, now I'm just trying to get to the end because the time is like really moving. The next one is Fumani. Fumani is typically a male name, and it means to arm yourselves. So the word shoma, yes. I need to correct the words correctly. Shoma means to be armed or to arm yourself, right? So when I say shomani, I am commanding or I'm telling people to arm up, or to be armed. And then the next one is Hlawulani. Hlawulani is a unisex name, and it means to what? To conquer, or it means to be conquerors or to be victorious, right? So Hlawulani is all about winning and being winners and stuff like that. Let me just move to the sun and be directly in the sun. Just okay, it's not working. So I'm just gonna go back to where I was. But anyway, I'm almost done. So the second last word of this video is Horisani. So Horisani. So Horisa means to heal, right? Horisa means to heal. And then Horisani is basically, healing or telling someone, commanding someone to heal. So these words can literally be used in a sentence because it's all about telling someone to do something. So when you say Horisani, you are telling, you're telling either an elder or a group of people to heal, right? But then if you were to tell it to someone who's like the same age as you, you would say Horisa. So Horisa, you are referring to an individual. You are telling an individual to heal. Or you are... Horisa means to heal, but you can also use that to tell someone who's like the same age as you to heal, right? So the word Horisa is equivalent to the word heal in English. The verb, it's a verb, right? So, but then when you say Horisani, you are now, it's when you're referring to like a group or an elder. I was just thinking of like a different way of using it. but I'll just leave it at that. And Hetisani is typically a female name. And the last word of the day is okay. Oh, Shongavi. Shongavi. It was my first time, encountering this word, and it means the one who cannot be enslaved. Shonga. I know Shonga to be a slave, right? So Shongavi is basically, or from what I discovered, someone who cannot be enslaved. So I found that very interesting. But anyway, I am just going to keep it at that. This was a very long video. I did not wish or plan to make very long, such long videos. But yeah, just time went, just moved so fast, and which is okay. But I'll just do my best to keep the previous or the next videos as short as possible. And I'm sure you noticed that my energy was a bit different today. It's because I didn't get enough sleep, so I was even struggling to speak as I was doing this video, which is fine. I'll just make sure to get enough rest next time, because rest is very important for for me to be able to be awake and to be able to communicate the way I would love to, or the way I normally do. So thank you so much for watching this video. The sun is really just doing some things, but anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Do click the subscribe button. I know a lot of people usually forget to do that because they're just so absorbed in the video and they just love it so much, but as soon as they're done watching the video, they move on to the next video and forget to subscribe to that channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. I know I say this in every video, but that's because I really mean it. I appreciate every person who clicks on any of the videos on my channel. So do share this channel with anyone that you know. Do share it with those that you know is are in need of what I'm offering on this channel. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. Read what's in the description, and I wish you all the best in learning this language. Nkomo.